everyone, welcome back to my channel. This vlog I will discuss about the various shifts that we have here in Australia. So I will just define each of those shifts just to give you an idea which one is better or which one is good to have when you're working here as a nurse, or even you're not a nurse. As long as you're working in Australia, it's actually for you. So as per the Fair Work Ombudsman, for full-time nurses or those who are working full-time in Australia, so you get to have at least 4 weeks of annual leave a year. It could be 6 weeks as well. It depends on the company, depends on if you're working in a government hospital as well. So you get 10 days paid personal leave too. So it could be sick or careless leave. So for careless leave, you get 2 days unpaid as well, and compassionate leave, you get 2 days of paid leave. So yeah, there's also some family and domestic violence leave if you need to have that one, but hopefully not. Part-time, actually it's the benefits are quite the same as the full-time nurse or a full-time employee in Australia. The only difference is you actually have a contracted hours to work. For instance, it could be between 8 to 32 hours per week. So if you're just working 2 days, so it could be just 16 hours a week. If you're working 3 days, then 24 hours a week. So it really depends. But the part-time hours, the advantage of working as a part-time, you actually give them your availability whenever you want to, or you just say I'm just working on these days only, and if you want to pick up more shifts and you're available, and you can still work on those days, but it's not considered overtime if you go above or beyond your contracted hours, or if you don't go beyond 76 hours per fortnight or every 2 weeks of work. The only difference from a full-time and a part-time nurse or an employee is that if you work part-time, your annual leave, careless leave, sick leave, it's all prorated. It means like depends on how many hours you work, the hours will accumulate according to that. You can also go down to casual afterwards, or you go apply for a full-time if there will be a position for you, if you want to work in that particular company already as a full-time employee. Right, so as a casual nurse or employee in Australia, it means like you're not really a fixed employee of the company. So you're the least person to be called on for a shift. So for instance, you're a casual in that particular hospital, and they already have their full-time and part-time, and they're just filling a gap. Some of them, they actually work as casual full-time. They don't get any benefits. So if you're sick, you don't get sick leave. If you don't work, then you don't get paid. So it's like no work, no pay. So the advantage of it is that most facilities, especially hospitals, they have what they call casual loading, since you don't get a benefit. So they pay you more than a permanent staff rate. So for instance, you get paid 30, some of them will pay you 25% of that one on addition, and then but some could be just 10%. It really depends, and then yeah, on where you work. So my advice to get casual jobs to where you can actually get a maximum of 25%. So it's really a good extra money if you're just working full-time and you want to get a casual on your day offs, or you want to get, yeah, because here actually when you work full-time, most of the time it's enough for you to live. In Australia, you don't need to work extra, but if you really want to buy something, you're going on holiday, it's actually quite good to have an extra job if you want to. So it's not something that you need to do, but it's something good to know. Yeah, so what else? So you don't need to commit to the hospital or their facility. You just need to tell them when you are available, and then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And if you want to go further, like to be a permanent staff there, you can apply for a part-time and full-time nurse. Then yeah, so it depends. It's really between you and your manager, and if they have availability for you, then go for it if you want to. So yeah, and just like, you know, if you're working on a second job or a third job, you get more tax as well. than your your for agency nursing. This is actually quite the same as casual. The only thing is you're not employed to a specific hospital or company. So the agency, so it's like a company, they actually have different companies or hospitals that they take care of. So you're the last resort if they have short staff in that specific facility, area, or hospital. So when you're actually an employee of that agency, for me actually I do agency work as well. So there is an app that they actually list all the availabilities in different hospitals or facilities, and then if you're available, you can just apply for it and see if you can get the shift. So it's first apply basis as well, and it depends on your area if you're comfortable working on that. Or yeah, so most of the time they will require you to work in Australia for at least a year before you could start agency. Actually, the only thing with agency is you get paid more than the casual, the part-time, and the full-time nurse. Most nurses actually are trying to do full-time agency nursing, but the only thing with that is you also can get cancelled. I actually got cancelled once, so you don't get benefits at all as well, like a casual. So no work, no pay. It's good if you want to save for something or you want to buy something same as casual. You get taxed more too if it's yours. So last one on the list is a travel contract. So they call it as travel nursing in the US. So well, most of the time it's for aged care nurses, ED, ICU, med surge. So if you're onto that, then it's actually quite good. It's another an agency, and it could be from 4 to 12 months, depends on the contract. So mostly it's 12 weeks. So mostly regional actually. If regional, it means outside Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. So they will actually offer some bonuses, free accommodation. They pay more than an agency nurse. Well, sometimes depends on the level, and yeah, so you don't get benefits aside from what the agency is offering. So the only thing with that, if you don't get contract afterwards, then you need to find another one. And yeah, you don't get any paid leave when you stop working. There is heaps of agencies that you could actually apply for that, but I think they will require you as well to have at least a 12 months hospital or acute experience before they will actually get you into that contract. So I've never done it before, so I don't know. It's quite hard to get into my... So yeah, I think that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an idea now which one to take. So you can do full-time, part-time, casual, or agency if you really want to work that hard. But yeah, you can just choose and see how you go. Yep, that's it for me. Thank you so much.